Chicago, coming to you semi-live from a Northside jewelry store. This is local boring things that happened this week that you should care about. And I am Chloe Riley. This is
Ellyn Fortino.
And we're just a couple of journalists trying to make people care about really uninteresting things that happen locally that affect our lives in serious ways. We're going to kick off here with Springfield. Springfield, one of those words that I feel like when I hear the word, my eyes just kind of gloss over with a sort of general indifference, and I don't want that to happen. So please, Ellen, tell us, why the hell should we care about Springfield this week?
Well, the budget standoff continues. The finger pointing, the blame game, however you want to frame it, it continues.
I believe it.
Why we should all care is that, for example, there's one program, Child Care Assistance Program. This program helps everyday people who are working, who just don't make a lot of money working, afford childcare. So have somewhere safe to send their children while they go to work. They get some help in form of subsidies from the state. Well, basically, this program is getting scaled back quite a bit while we have no budget in place at the state level.
Right. I don't know if you guys know this, but the state we don't have any money. We are completely broke.
Yeah, and there's no spending. Well, we don't have a budget in place. We have no spending plan
It's even
in
worse.
place. There's a whole bunch of political back and forth about why we don't have the budget in place. We don't have a budget in place. But so as a result, this one particular program, among others, but this is one particular program that is being impacted currently. What's happening? Eligibility requirements have changed. It's harder now for new applicants to be able to get into the program. So what that means is that according to this advocacy group called Illinois Action for Children, 2,000 new applicants have thus far been rejected since July 1st, which is when we entered the new fiscal year without a budget in place. Yeah, and so, Chloe, other boring things that happened.
There's so many, Ellen. I don't know where to begin.
So many.
But I have one, I think. In other exciting news, a study came out this week. Oh, God. Riveting things are happening
really
here
fantastic.
in Chicago. Okay, so this one has to do with the state's attorney, Cook County State's Attorney Anita Alvarez. I don't know if you guys are familiar with another line of boring topics that we don't get to talk about as much as we really should. But this study concerns a program of Alvarez's that deals with first-time felony offenders, all right? So people who have committed a felony and they don't want to go to jail, and in some cases they're offered this program. It's a year-long program. It's a long time to be doing anything, even to avoid jail time, but some people take it. Okay, so this study looks at what's going on with this program. Is it working? When people are going through this program, one of the big things that happens is that the charge, be it theft or drugs or shoplifting, gets dropped at the end of a year, right? Again, a long time to be going through a program. So the charge gets dropped, but the record of arrest doesn't get dropped, which is a big problem for a lot of people because then they have to spend time, money to get the record of their arrest dropped. And this is basically, I was saying to Ellen, this is basically like, going through math class, senior year high school or gym, something awful, and you go through the goddamn year and then suddenly they tell you, no, even though you did really well, no, I'm sorry, you have to repeat math next year. I mean, it's like a horrible nightmare that none of us want to experience, and obviously these people don't want to experience it either. So the study says, hey, you got to make it easier for people to get their record of arrest dropped. It's not just on these poor people or these poor senior year math students who did their work and they don't want to take math again. You need to step in, state's attorney, and you need to make this happen. So this is very important too because the state's attorney is about to roll out another program very similar to this one, hopefully by maybe even the end of this summer. So if we don't have enough money for the program that is currently existing, how the hell do we have enough money for the next program? You know what I'm saying here, Ellen? I think you look like you know what I'm saying.
It's just, I mean, who commissioned the study?
Well, some acronym that I am not going to try to pretend that I remember right now.
Put you on the spot,
but it is in our newsletter. God help us all.
It's in the newsletter.
Okay, so you will see this little link here on the bottom of the screen. This is probably why the hell you're watching this movie in the first place. But if it is, give us your email, and we will continue to inform you about all the great, boring things that happen week to week at the city and state levels. What more is there? I'm sure there'll be plenty of material to come. I'm Chloe Riley.
I'm Ellyn Fortino.
And thank you, and stay tuned for more!
Yeah.